welcome to another edition of 6LDFT Sound Off. I'm Bryan Lovell.
I'm Joseph Trowbridge.
Today we're talking about an awesome company and the holsters they make, and that's CrossBreed Holsters. We got a few different models of their holsters here on the table. The one up here on my side is the Reckoning, and the one over here on Joe's side is the Super Tuck. As you can see, both of these holsters are actually made for the Glock 19. The cool thing about these holsters is that they're not only just Kydex on the front. You can see here the one I have at the back of the table. It's got a Kydex shell on the front and leather on the back. It comes in either black cowhide, horsehide, or their Founders series has 100% vegetable tanned leather. We'll talk a little bit about this holster here. It's Kydex clamshelled to leather by a set of screws with rubber washers in on it on one side, I should say, and then it's got on the Reckoning, it has a retention piece here, on hard plastic retention piece that you can adjust the tension for however tight you want it on the right hand side, or the bottom side, excuse me. Really cool holsters. They're designed, the way they're set up, they're designed for inside the waistband carry. They have 3 different holes, so for the depth in which you want to carry it inside the waistband. You can carry them appendix carry or strong side inside the waistband. They're really an awesome holster. Joe, you've been carrying this one appendix carry, haven't you?
Yeah, that's the primary I tried on the hip with the prior injuries to my back. It just doesn't work very well. I have never found a holster that worked very well there just because of the damage to my back. But that, as far as an appendix, is actually very comfortable.
Absolutely.
With a 19.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, too, they also have attachments where you can turn them into an outside the waistband holster where you can use these loops here. You have 2 loops that come with it and a little bit longer screws that you can put in place, and you can actually turn these into an outside the waistband holster using these belt loops.
Yeah, and you also have the option of using one of the retention clips to keep the holster tighter up and a better grip on your pants and belt as well.
Right, yeah, you can add that on behind your belt, or actually right up here behind your retention piece, and you can have this on there so that you have the tighter retention inside the waistband. It's a great thing, especially if you're doing appendix carry.
Yeah,
so
it works well.
It does. It's a really awesome holster. It's really awesome setup. As you can see, they have it come in a nice bag with them as well. So let's talk a little bit about the Super Tuck.
This one's a Super Tuck. It is a clamshell. It's riveted straight to the back of the leather, same kind of cowhide leather. It's also got 4 adjustment availabilities on each side to try to get it to where it's most comfortable for you as well. And this one I've actually wore on my hip, and it was a little bit more comfortable than the Reckoning because it displaces a little bit better. So if I was to wear on my hip, this would be the one that I would choose for that.
Right, and that's what I've been wearing. I've used my custom Glock 19 down there. I've been running it in the Super Tuck quite a bit, and I love it. Yeah. The great thing about both of these is the way these clips are designed. You can see this gap here behind the holster itself, in between the holster and the belt clips. There's a gap here so that you can actually tuck in the holster, or tuck in your shirt in between the holster and in your pants. Yeah. And so you don't have to go untucked. Yeah. So if you're in a situation where you need to be more dressed up, these work out real well.
Yeah, and with the leather on the back of these holsters, it really conforms to you a lot better. It's very comfortable.
It is. It's absolutely more comfortable. It is. Yeah, and you can actually turn that one into an outside the waistband holster using the same material that we have here, the same belt loops and stuff.
And they're clips that hold on your belt. You would think it'd be really sloppy, but with your general size belts that everybody wears, it weighs 2 and
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
It fits really well. There's not a lot of play back and forth when you grab your weapon and have to pull it out of the holster.
Right,
not a lot of play.
And the one thing I like about the Super Tuck is because of the fact that the bottom is cut out, if you have a Glock 19, you have a Glock 17, Glock 34. They all fit in this holster. Whereas with the Reckoning, you have the problem, at least I do, with my threaded barrel on my 19. It won't fit in here because this clamshell rolls down over. So I couldn't run my
protector.
Yeah, it protects the muzzle of the weapon a little better. So if you're going to run a threaded barrel, you would actually have to modify this holster a little bit. But I actually have found that I like the Super Tuck so much more.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
I love
run
this
it.
holster, but carrying it behind behind my back on strong side.
What I was kind of worried about with just being pre-molded and then riveted onto, let me see your pistol. I was worried that it was going to have a lot of play in the holster itself, but that's a snug fit. That is not.
No, absolutely. There's a great retention to that. And the fact is, here, Joe's even got a PSA dagger. This is one of the Glock clones in it, and that's the great thing about it. It's built like the Glock 19. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
But it's also, it has a little bit of variation to it, but it still fits.
It fits well.
It fits great. And as far as my Reckoning, which is at the back of the table, Joe's is at the front. That's what I've been carrying is my dagger. If I'm carrying my dagger, I'm carrying it in the Reckoning. If I'm carrying my Glock 19 with the threaded barrel, I've been carrying it in the Super Tuck. So the problem is now is just trying to figure out which one I want to carry.
And it also, this feature on the holster itself, it keeps the grip from this like texture here on this grip. It really keeps it from rubbing against your hips, or if that one you're wearing that one appendix,
Right.
It keeps it from rubbing on your belly as well if you don't have an undershirt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you're not wearing an undershirt, this leather on the back of it really does a great job of keeping you from getting chafed by the abrasion from the grip, and it also keeps the sweat off the pistol. That's a great thing about it. So we've been really impressed with these holsters. We've been really happy with the service we've gotten from
Customer service has
CrossBreed.
been
Man,
amazing.
they've been an awesome company to work with, and we thank them for giving us the opportunity to test out their gear. But like we've said many a time before, it doesn't matter whether we get the gear free or we pay for it. We're going to give you an unbiased review on it. But to be quite honest, guys, for what you pay for these holsters, you get your money worth.
Oh.
They're great holsters.
They also fit, like we said, the Glocks, the dagger,
Right.
the SIG, and
Right, yeah, they have a lot of different manufacturers. They have the Reckoning and the Super Tuck, as well as the Micro Tuck and the Micro Reckoning, that will fit a whole variety of your most popular defensive pistols. Yeah. So, well, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. We'll have a link to CrossBreed down in the description. Thanks again. Up.